Good afternoon, morning, evening, or night. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the JARCAST.
The only show's back for another
episode.
episode.
What, 103?
102, 103, 104, 105.
Every time I say the number, it's correct, and then you try to correct me and you make it wrong.
I never correct you. What's been
Get
happening,
off your
boys?
fucking phone right now. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just, you know.
Yeah, everyone draws you with holding a phone and fan.
Well, I don't anymore because I'm a reborn man.
It's not true.
I'm a reborn
Rewind
man.
20 seconds.
I was just, I'm being polite. You
You're
don't
doing the
just end
opposite
a
of it.
conversation.
You're being incredibly
You don't-
impolite to
Yeah.
the people in the
So
room
it's-
with you.
So you prioritise people you're talking to on your
No,
phone over
I'm
the
just-
people literally
no.
sat
No, I was just, no.
within touching
You
distance
remind me
of
of my mother.
Oh, that's thanks, guys.
What do you mean, thanks, guys?
Thanks, guys. I'm really upset now.
Good.
I was just, being polite.
I'm feeling very snuggly and cuddly.
You look it.
You've got blooming.
Not as
everything
snuggly
going
and
on.
cuddly as that time we both had snug rugs.
That was a good one.
I missed that one.
Yeah, I'm
It's
fine
the one
with
we
doing...
watched Valerian, so
that was
So obviously a bad one then.
that one was
one of the best
fucking
episodes,
Brilliant.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Just because Valerian's in it.
Pretty much.
That makes it bad.
And it was funny because of the Dibby. Great app. What's been happening,
good.
folks?
Nothing much. We're currently in a
You
fucking
see-
snowstorm.
Yeah, that's quite
Pretty bad
interesting.
one.
But the last time we recorded, it felt like it had been so long
Yeah.
since we. Now
But this
it
one feels really close to it.
because we recorded on what, Sunday?
We recorded on
Yeah.
Sunday, yeah. And
We
now
had
it's-
to
now
do
it's
it.
only Thursday. So
I hate recording them on Sunday because I have to edit them like the same day.
It's not the best day to do them.
Didn't have a choice,
You
so
know,
innit,
I can't remember whose fault it was, but it definitely wasn't mine.
Not mine.
It was definitely James's.
It was almost definitely
It's
just.
not my fault. I was free. I'm always free.
No, you're not.
It's not true at all.
Are you free tomorrow?
Yes.
No, you're not.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
What's on the agenda today, boys?
we're going to talk about why Monster Hunter is like a really good game.
You angered some people, Jim, with that one.
Good.
No, some of Jim's points were relatively correct. And if you're going to defend against that, you're pretty much a fanboy.
I said you
think.
can like the game, but
Yeah.
I
There was
don't.
very
I
big-
don't for the reasons I said. Whether they're positives for you, they're negatives for me.
Just like the guy that made the hour and 20 long deconstruction of my Star Wars video.
You know-
yeah,
you know him?
exactly.
Yeah. Rags, I think he's called.
He posted a meme about computers being better than consoles, and then I just blocked him. And I hate him, because come on, dude.
Oh, I went to go look at his Twitter, but it has been suspended, so
Really.
I couldn't.
Hate speech
Do you
against.
know how many
IHE.
people I got saying to like respond to it, the video?
Doesn't all he does is like that stuff. Really
Yeah.
long videos on like really
Mhm.
small things.
What's his channel?
He's called Rags.
Your pal wags.
I don't really know what he does, to be honest.
That
All I
stuff.
know
I
is he
think.
made-
He puts
now.
you in your place. That's what he does.
Yeah, I would have responded, but I was just so wrecked by
Utterly
it.
destroyed.
I haven't even watched it.
Don't
It's
bother.
like, maybe if it was like 20 minutes max, I'd consider it, but
Mm-hmm.
an hour and 20 minutes. And apparently he calls me out for taking a long time to get to the point. The irony. Whatever. Anything to never talk about Star Wars ever again on IHE is my agenda now, from now on.
Why? We're
Pointless.
just going to talk about Star Wars when the next one comes out.
Not going to do it.
I'm not even going to watch the next one.
It's pointless. It's pointless.
Yes, you are.
It's one of those subjects that's so controversial
Solo.
now you can't win.
Oh. Yeah, but what if you watch the Han Solo one and you hate it?
Well, I should make a video on it.
Yeah.
But like that would go down better.
Yeah. Well, you never know, actually.
Be like, oh yeah, after the response to your last one, now you're trying to backpedal.
Yeah,
No,
that's true.
You
no,
can't
it's
win.
just pointless. It's to the point now where it's just like politics. You're like either the right or the left. You either hate the new Star Wars or you love the new Star Wars. I don't think I ever used the word love. I said I like the movie. That's it.
Mm.
Didn't you use the word love for the
Force Awakens one, I sensationalized the title, and the idea was that it was like the
Opposite
opposite
of
side.
your normal videos.
Yeah, and I had a different face and everything. But what you gonna do with a drunken sailor? So lots of controversy around me at the moment. Being in the worst game ever made, being crushed by Rags.
Crushed by Rags.
That's the channel. It's the name of his channel, Rags.
Oh,
I don't know
thought
why.
you literally meant like rags.
Alex got wagged on.
He turned me into a
Yeah,
ragdoll like in Red Dead and just pushed me down a hill. Whee! I was talking to some people about it who had watched it and were informing me about it, and they were saying that well, I guess it's take it with a grain of salt, because I guess I talk to them, so they're going to be somewhat biased, but they were saying it's not the best video.
I've heard that it's not that great either.
Yeah. It's just annoying where, like, the whole thing is, you just did straw man arguments. Everything's a straw man argument. And then by the sounds of things, all of his arguments were also straw man arguments, so...
It doesn't matter.
That's too many straw men for my liking.
Exactly. As soon as people discover a phrase like straw manning, then it's like, oh, how can I make myself look intelligent by shoving this into as many sentences as possible? Even if it's wrong. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that anymore. I purposefully chose not to respond, to not give him any attention whatsoever.
Fair enough. But, I mean, the snow outside at the moment kind of reminds me of Hoth, and Hoth kind of reminds me of Crate. So...
They are one and the same. Just sick of talking about Star Wars at this point.
I'm sick of Star Wars at this point.
Oh, you got a bit of Star Wars fatigue.
I reckon I'm going to be Star Wars fatigued pretty soon. Especially without Luke Skywalker running around.
Well, it's only, it's been 3 so far.
Yeah, it has.
Once the new trilogy is over, then I'm probably going to switch off based on what it is. James, you got to stop. It's just ridiculous.
Nice work. Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll just put it on silent because it's work. I'm sorry. So, there you go. Sorry, guys. It's work. I can't control that.
That's it. You have to twerk for us now.
I physically can't twerk because I tried to today.
What? Tell us that story.
I was in the bathroom and I was like, before I sit on this toilet seat, I'm going to twerk.
Are you
I
serious?
couldn't. Yeah.
The closest I've ever come to twerking was last JARCAST.
Where you did a big fart.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know how to twerk. I don't have any bum to twerk, to be honest.
Is that required? Do you have to have a big fat ass?
Not to do the actual movement itself, but the movement itself, I believe, is quite difficult.
How many people from like our generation have practiced twerking in their bathrooms? I mean, if James has done it, if it's like 1 in 3.
1 in 3, yeah. A growing
I'm just
statistic as well.
picturing like...
If you get Ruben in here, it's 2 out of 4.
Oh yeah,
That's a whole
50% of people. I'm just picturing like all these like young kids just trying to do it to impress people. You know, they're like practicing,
It's like the
because they
mating
think
call
Yeah,
nowadays.
it is like a weird, like old-timey mating call.
What is the purpose though? Is it a dance?
It might have originated as one, but then like evolved into...
Well,
That?
it was a dance to be like sexual, you know.
And now it's just normal, I guess.
Now it's just like ordinary behavior.
I don't go into like clubs or anything. It's really not my cup of
I
tea.
don't think who's actually been to a club here?
Ruben's been to a bunch, but
I haven't been to any. That's not my game.
no, but I just picture like 400 people twerking on each other. If you go to clubs a lot,
Please let
in
us know.
places that have lots of clubs, let
What's
us know in the
twerking
comments.
percentage.
Yeah, how many people twerk, and is it looked down upon or not? We have some comments from Reddit that are alright.
Are they Monster Hunter related?
Probably.
No, I didn't see any that were Monster Hunter related. Uber Gay Mongal, as always. Classic. Wish I still had that. What personality traits did you get from your parents?
I think a lot of your sense of humor is kind of like Dad.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Too true. In what sense, though?
I mean, something I notice you doing a lot for Argy, which Dad does for me, is like singing songs about Argy. Like just today when I arrived, you were singing all these different Argy songs.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't know. I don't know what the songs were like, but you were doing that. And I was thinking, Dad does that exact same shit, but it's my name instead of Argy's.
That's one I didn't even know I did.
You didn't know you sang Argy songs?
No. It must just be a auto response. What have you learnt from your parents, James?
No idea.
No personality traits? You don't think that your love for cars comes from your dad or anything like that?
No, that does, yeah.
So that's quite a big thing. That's important to you.
That's one of your defining traits.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anything from your mother?
I guess me, in general, is like my mother.
You're like your mother? But in what sense?
I'm like my dad as well. I don't know. I don't know. I look like my dad. I guess I am my mum on the inside.
It's a bit better. You have this innate ability of being able to answer both sides of the question in such a way where they contradict each other and make the answer, like, meaningless. You've done that ever since the original James Blab days.
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
You don't remember the short-haired girls Blab and the...
Oh, yeah.
The
long hair.
The most
good,
famous
short
James
hair
Blab with the hentai thumbnail, which YouTube's probably taken down now.
The only reason John Media is popular?
That video did well because PewDiePie used the same thumbnail.
Is that really it?
That's
I just
what
thought it was because it was a hentai video.
We didn't
Well,
actually...
I mean, they kind of go hand in hand.
Have you seen the change that YouTube's implemented?
Which one?
What one?
There's a new one.
There's like a new one every week.
This is a new one on networks, where YouTube is telling networks to get rid of all the smaller channels.
Why?
And keep the bigger ones. I don't really understand the tact beyond, I guess, to try and raise the value of ads on the website. Like, instead of giving ads to channels of like 1,000 to 10,000 subs, or even a bit higher, under 50k, so
You give them to the bigger ones where it's worth more than the
where an ad is worth more, I think, for a bigger channel than to a channel that doesn't get the views or something.
Okay, I understand that.
That seems like a type of tactic they'd use to try and cut their losses, because they've been in minuses for like fucking years. So that seems
YouTube
like
doesn't
they're
make any money somehow, and it's like, how you've got like the dominating video platform
I know.
everyone uses. Like, this statistic is like, it was like a huge percentage of all kids like watch YouTube as just entertainment now. And it's just going to be that way, and the numbers are only going to go up as more kids are born.
Yeah, I honestly don't understand it, and I mean,
how can you not make money from it if 300 hours of content is being uploaded a minute? Like, you must be screwing something up.
No, they are. It's fucking poorly managed.
Yeah.
And I think some of that down is that they're paying people far too much.
I don't understand though, because they take like 50% of the base.
Yeah, that's
like
my
ads.
understanding. That's what they do.
Right? They do that for everyone.
Yeah.
All ads.
I think so. I think the way it goes is they take 50% of the base money, and then on top of that, you normally join a network, and they will take a percent of your 50%.
Exactly. So
how can you make losses on 50%?
Yeah, they're getting the largest cut, and these YouTubers like Jake Paul and shit are making fuck tons.
That's the thing. It's like
how are they profiting so much more than the people that...
I think of like movie studios where they have to put in millions upon millions of dollars to get a movie made.
Yeah.
YouTube don't have to do that. The content is overwhelming in terms of how much they're just getting. Right? So if they can just monetize it properly, then surely they should be rolling in it.
I don't understand. I honestly don't.
Sure, but ideally they want their like profit. They really should be taking 75% of everybody, because you really want to aim for that 75% in like how much you like gain. Because how much outgoings do they like have besides
they have to have
employees.
insane servers, I assume.
Yeah, it's all servers, employees, and advertisement. But even then, why the fuck do they need to advertise YouTube? Every single person on the planet knows YouTube, so they don't even
they
need
have
any
to
marketing.
manage like all the ads, I guess.
Yeah.
Because YouTubers don't do any of that. You just say, I want an ad there, and then they do all of it.
Mm-hmm.
They need
Because it's
that.
part of
That's,
Google, and they have that algorithm that
yeah.
displays ads based on stuff, like your history and stuff you've searched and what you're interested in, supposedly.
But besides that, that stuff is like consistent. Though.
Mm.
Like, how often does that massively vary? It doesn't. And if it does, then they're mismanaged. If it's every year, if the outgoings are almost the same, how the fuck can they lose money?
I can't even begin to comprehend like what the upper management of YouTube actually have to do.
Mm-hmm.
It seems so complex to me, you know?
Well, that's why you're there and they're up there.
Yeah, that's why Susan Wojcicka's eye is making...
Subscribe to black YouTubers.
It's just embarrassing, isn't it? A lot of it. So lame. Do you think smaller channels are just screwed?
No.
I think from a business point of view, some of these changes are intelligent.
Yeah.
And actually are based under some kind of logic, as opposed to things they've done in the past, which are just like, this makes sense from neither side.
Yeah.
But for this, it's like, yeah.
For them, yeah, I can see it being better.
Yeah.
But like,
and it's good for channels that are huge, but it kind of
The thing
slices
is,
the middleman.
when doing that, like these smaller YouTubers, how are they going to be new YouTubers that get big if they're not getting any support?
It's making the 1% stay as like the top.
Yeah.
In a way. Because it means
But where does all the money come from for them? Surely it is the top.
Yeah.
Like, does the middle really make them enough money for them to support it in
that's
that
the
way?
thing. I don't know how much money they're losing by advertising on these less profitable.
Yeah, so maybe that's
videos.
the tact. Maybe in the future it's going to have to be, you have to be a bigger channel.
It's like, in a way, it's trying
But
to
how
make...
do you get there in the first place if you're not?
Well, you can still use the platform.
Yeah, I know, but it means like you have to work like a full-time job
Mm-hmm.
as well.
and then you can't make the content as much. And then you...
Yeah,
And the
exactly.
problem is they prioritize videos that are monetized as well in the algorithm. So it keeps the top at the top.
It's like what they're trying to do is they're trying to make the top people like turn into like businesses. So then they hire the younger people, and it goes through like their brand. So it's like creating like a monopoly of all
Yeah,
these
so
fucking
like
brands.
it's like
everyone
monopoly.
becomes Rooster Teeth, and
Yeah.
they do it all into or
Mhm.
Game Grumps or something like that, and they do it all internally. Like you hire editors, you hire the talent,
Yeah,
and do it that way.
because that way
It's weird, isn't it?
they can constantly make the money because it's always the big names.
It's safe for them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because then they do all the vetting process. It's like middleman after middleman after middleman. It's really weird.
And I imagine that's probably what's going to happen. The bigger ones are just going to become the top dogs.
Yeah.
The fucking Sonys, the...
It's
Goldman
almost what it
Sachs.
is already. Somewhat interesting, actually. Smacky, 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 smack.
I
on
think
these.
YouTube is going to change over the next like 10 years. It's going to be completely
YouTube
different.
changed has the best episode of the JARCAST. Except the argument they were trying to make is stupid and dumb, and doesn't.
Who we're trying to make?
Remember Markiplier, PewDiePie, and the Narwhal
yeah.
guy?
Ugh.
We're like, listen, guys. YouTube is changing. Keemstar has ruined YouTube for everybody. What are you fucking talking about?
Mhm.
Shut up.
Keemstar, that
Fucking
one, that
pussy
fucking-
sat on your 5 million subs crying about
PewDiePie
Keemstar.
ruined YouTube for everybody.
Oh no.
I think some of PewDiePie stuff is kind of funny nowadays, to be honest. Some of them
His
is...
videos?
Yeah, some of them are pretty funny.
I haven't watched one for a long time.
Well, we did that car video, which was funny.
That was years ago
That
now.
was like
I know.
2 years ago.
No,
That's
it's
what
like
everyone
an
says.
No, but I've seen some of his recent stuff, and I do have a little giggle.
Does he actually play games anymore?
No.
Only when he's paid to.
No, he doesn't really do that.
He's just over it now.
It's kind of like you laugh, you lose stuff.
Sounds great.
But I'm not subscribed to him, so...
Tamaya Source says, will you guys ever do a tour of the JAR studio? I've always wanted to see what the entire room looks like. They mean this room, right?
Yeah.
Well, technically, the JAR studio is from, like, where the pictures start, and that's it. To this.
I guess we've shown most of it before. Maybe we can make it the intro of this one. It's just showing around this room.
But the intro's, there's snow outside. We got to do something with the snow.
Yeah.
It's dark now.
We got to throw Jim out the window into the snow.
No.
Yeah, let's kill Jim.
No.
I remember doing an intro once that was like showing around the room in the flat.
Yeah.
And it's just going through that thing, the hanging thing with the bird with the eyes and stuff.
Yeah, I actually watched that one recently.
Did you? It's
Yeah.
random. Maybe,
Yeah.
let's just do that for the intro, fuck it.
No, let's use the snow. It's once in a lifetime.
It's not once in a lifetime
Sorry, pardon
opportunity.
When was the last time
What's-
you saw snow?
Like a year or two ago?
Exactly.
What was the
wasn't
other? It was a
really.
few weeks ago actually. We had snow.
In December.
Do you enjoy how like the UK is just totally unprepared for anything
Yeah,
that
for-
isn't just normal
Yeah.
for us
Yeah.
That isn't just like 15 degrees.
or
Got
lower?
rain.
It's between like 3 degrees and 15 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Anything outside of that, and it's just chaos.
Literally everything shuts
It is. It is. Everything
Yeah, it
just
is.
shuts down. Like a year ago or 2 years ago, that we had that's like week where it was almost 30 degrees every day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone's like, "Oh, I'm gonna die."
Well, no, I was working as a waiter at that point, and you have no idea how bad that is because, like, obviously, the bar area and stuff is all air conditioned,
Yeah.
but then you've got to go into the kitchen.
Which is a
which
kitchen.
is
How do the
just-
chefs manage?
I don't know.
I guess they're just used
They're
to
just sweating
massive
like
heat.
pigs, just like.
All their sweat going
They take out in
onto
anger.
the grill.
They just get really angry. So that's why you don't ever mess with a chef.
Yeah, they do get.
Because you have like 10 years of stuck in a warm kitchen to unleash.
There was always like a bit of a language barrier because the majority of the chefs were going, so they just knew like there's no point getting angry at any of us because like nobody knows what anyone is saying in that situation.
That's funny. No, but then you switch to this where it's snowing like crazy, which is rare for us, and it's actually settling.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's fucking
And now
Which
was
is
like-
the first time in like 2 years.
Yeah. We don't know what to do. No car can drive anywhere. We can't go
Well,
anywhere.
Me and James have tried to go to Tesco and like the windscreen. We can't even see through the windscreen.
I've got shitty wipers though that leave stuff on there so I can't see.
Really?
But I did handbrake
James
turn.
did a sick as fuck parking job though. Handbrake
Really?
turn in the
James is parking. And even when you were leaving, I was watching you out the kitchen to go to Tesco. Just drive straight over my plants.
I
on
could,
the front.
Alex, I fucking couldn't see, to be fair.
It's because you were like angled and just went over the plants. And every time we parked, if the lines are say like my arms, you just go like,
Yeah.
and you don't even
No,
try to
James-
adjust.
the best parking job I've ever seen was today when he slid sideways
It literally straight.
and it was perfect.
Was the car park pretty empty then?
Yeah.
'Cause there's no one.
No, it's oddly
everyone's too
enough, like on the industrial estate today, it was really empty. It's like people aren't going to work because there's snow.
scared. That is quite
Which is
literally it,
ridiculous. I could
Like-
drive in it.
yeah. My dad didn't go in today.
He drives quite a distance, so to be
Yeah.
fair.
He was just like, nope, not doing it. Sorry. I wouldn't want to drive in the snow.
It's
What are you
fun.
crazy? No, not fun. When you're like,
It's kind of fun.
you're in a tiny road in the country and then just tip.
No, that's
Slide
different.
off the
That is
road.
definitely different. You don't want to drive on country roads in this weather.
But we live in the country.
If I could drive to work, everyone else
We don't
can.
live in underwater
James, you live, like,
caverns. Of
5
course we
minutes
live in the
away.
country.
From where you work. That's different.
You
Well,
know,
it was more
yeah.
dangerous riding
Let's
a
say you-
bicycle, to be
What
honest.
if you worked at McDee's in Swindon?
It's main roads all the way there will be gritted.
But you'd have to go through an estate to get out.
Oh.
You'd be in trouble.
No, because I could go down the main road, you donut. And they will be gritted. The only issue with snow...
You telling me you want to go over the magic roundabout in this?
The magic roundabout is the opposite side of Swindon.
yeah, it is.
No, I'm talking about
I'm going to go to
McDonald's over
Swindon,
there.
but drive into Swindon to get to Swindon. Don't work.
Hibiscus Angel 15.
Tobuscus.
Tobuscus says, what is the meanest / rudest thing you've ever said or done to a stranger? And there's the one I think I've said before when I was in Wales last.
Yeah.
Do you remember? I think I said it on the cast.
Did you?
I think so.
Go on, jog their memory.
Well,
It's only a short story.
I was with my mother in the car, and we'd pulled over into where a bus was going to stop, like a bus stop. Just to look on the map because we had no idea where we were going. And this really fat Welsh woman was stood there getting really angry that we were in the bus stop, even though there were no buses anywhere. And she was like, "You do realise this is a bus stop?"
No, do your Welsh accent.
No, she wasn't Welsh. She didn't have the accent.
Really?
No.
There was just
She
a Welsh
wasn't-
lady
she-
standing there. She wasn't Welsh.
No, but like, we know Welsh people that don't have the accent.
Yeah, but if they're from Wales,
Yeah, but
they're
anyway.
Welsh.
She said, "You do realise this is a bus stop," in like an aggressive, angry way. And I said, "Oh, chill out."
Oh, is that it?
That's it. That's as
Oh.
far as I've gone. I've been feeling the want and need to do it though lately.
Why don't you just be polite and just ignore them?
It's too bad we got asked this question today because I guarantee you Ruben would have some real zinc.
That's true.
But, I can't think of any.
When we were younger, Jim, we used to enjoy just screaming at people out the car.
Which now that I'm older, and kids do that to me like every now and again, and it really pisses me off.
Which makes it funnier.
That doesn't make it funny.
No, it does.
Oh,
It does, yeah.
No, they don't know I get pissed off. It's all in my head. Every bit of anger or any bit of emotion is internalized within me.
We wouldn't, when we do it though, we wouldn't say anything mean. We just go like, "Nah!"
Yeah.
Just say.
But I mean,
or
even
just
if
say-
you do say something mean, you can't tell what they're saying because the Doppler effect, you know?
Yeah. Or you just go, "Hello."
Mm-hmm.
I just find that really weird.
I remember one where like we did it and then the car had to like stop.
Yeah. I remember I used to make that like seal noise. Remember? And I'd do that out the window.
Yeah. I always found it really funny when other people did it. I didn't always want to do it, but no one else would ever want to do it, so I'd always have to do it.
You wouldn't always have to do it. I do it all the time. In fact, you probably pressured me to do it.
Too true.
I honestly can't think of any time I've been like genuinely rude though.
Yeah, I don't normally take my frustration out on strangers.
No.
Unless you're like the fat Welsh woman who was just a dick. For like no reason.
I mean,
And I wouldn't say that's even rude. Just saying, chill out.
it's kind of
Would
rude.
you say that's rude?
Yes.
Would you say
Really
it's ruder
harsh.
than what she did?
Mm-hmm.
You would?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, technically she's correct.
But it's not like we'd stay there so she couldn't get on the bus.
It's
You know what
still
I mean?
illegal. You
I
just
see how it
admitted
is.
to a felony live
I
on
wasn't
camera.
driving. I was like, "Mama, don't stop in this bus lane. We'll get in trouble."
Well, you're going to prison by next episode, so
You're gonna
bye.
get some.
Some cheeks busting.
I don't want my cheeks busted. I'm
They're
not
gonna
built
be
for that
busted.
life.
Well, then you've got to get swole. Check out Big Herc, see how he gets swole in prison.
Does he lift weights by any chance?
There's a number of things, because remember they only give you like quite a poor diet.
Do they? What do you
So-
actually eat? I just imagine slop.
Yeah, it's slop.
Is that actually slop?
Yeah.
Like porridge kind of looking stuff.
It
grey
would
oats?
definitely be porridge.
It's just starch. Pure starch.
But there's like with like a boiled carrot.
Yeah. I bet in this country though, there's really nice prison food.
Come on, guys, it's roast dinner time.
It's Sunday.
Can I get a vegan gravy? I'm a vegan. Of course. Let me just go to the back and make you some.
Do you think they'd support your vegetarianism?
No.
No. In prison?
No.
You don't?
No. If they did, I'd be annoyed.
Why?
I'd be like, this is what you're wasting taxpayers' money on.
That's not wasting taxpayers' money.
How?
That's just them doing the right thing. Not murdering animals.
How the fuck do I always do that? Like,
'Cause you're stupid, Alex.
no. I know, using my spatial awareness, that there's a cable on the floor.
Yeah.
Or anything that's restricting where I'm walking.
Yeah.
And still, I trip over it nearly every time.
Lift your feet up more.
Yeah, walk
I'm
like
going to
a
walk like a
clown.
goblin.
SpiderMan
I'm going to walk like SpiderMan.
was a clown.
Do you know what? I hate these trousers because they always go really.
Why,
high
James? Tell us about your trousers.
Because they cross.
Come on, Alec.
Your
See, that's
area.
a dad thing as well.
Yeah, that's where I got it from.
James, when
Continue.
you laugh,
Tell us
how
about
much
your
do you move
trousers.
your shoulders?
Huh?
How much do you move your shoulders when you laugh?
I
Only a
don't.
little bit of vibration.
I feel like I want to say James stays incredibly still when he laughs, almost eerily so, like a statue.
No, that's when Max was humping the thing. I was laughing so much that I was throwing myself around. Do you not remember? Because I lift my leg up, it's like.
I was too busy looking at the
he's like the
humping
Joker.
dog. You're like the Joker.
Oh no.
James would be a good Joker.
Yeah.
Out of all of us, yeah. What Batman villains would we all be? James would be the Joker.
I'd be Bane. Because I'm swole.
Good choice.
Alex
Who would I be? Calendar Man.
No, Calendar Man's pretty fucking big though.
They're
He's
all big.
fat, isn't he?
He's fat in the game. Who would Ruben be?
Deadshot. It's too easy.
Fuck's sake. Okay, come on, next question.
What would you tell your teenage self if you could go back in time?
Don't masturbate for 3 hours straight.
Why? What bad effects did that have on you? So you actually did do that?
I wouldn't make a joke about it for so many years if I didn't do it.
I don't know, we've joked about plenty of things for like running jokes.
Yeah.
I know.
So are you actually the MILF hunter as well?
No.
What? Why? What?
Just it's just stupid.
Do you lament about the time lost?
Yeah. Spending 3 hours every night.
You could have watched the Lord. You could have watched the
Every
Lord
night.
of the Rings film in that time.
Exactly.
Just about. Maybe half of one.
What would you say, Alex?
If I could tell something to my teenage self, don't be so shy. It achieves nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main thing, I'd say, probably.
That one's like too obvious though.
And also, get a haircut.
I'd say hold on to that hair, you ain't got it for long.
You can't tell them something that's gonna impact the future, though.
So you can't tell them anything then?
True.
Yeah.
What can you even say to them?
You appear as a ghost in the mirror when the first time you shave.
That was like last week.
So you're like, bit late, actually. Totally useless. I'm 20.
No, that's the thing. Like, I am 20, so last year I was 19, so last year I was
19 hardly counts.
19 definitely
no, for
counts.
this question, I count from like 13 to 17. That's when the most change is happening. Then it sort of starts to level out as you get.
I'd say don't stop working out.
So you'd look like Big Herc.
I'd look
If you
like Big
didn't.
Herc.
I mean, we'd be
I'd
quite
sound
scared
like
of you.
too.
You'd sit down on the JARCAST chair and it would snap.
I'd be swole.
Is that really what you'd say? Don't wank for 3 hours every night?
It's like that's just a meme response.
Did you actually wank for 3 hours though?
I did it like a few times.
Why?
Every now and again.
Because I was young. It's like that's what your body is like. You want to push yourself to the extremes. So then you develop
What
as a...
extremes?
Did you
Human.
did
The
you
edging
fucking bust
extremes.
like an insane amount then at the end?
Relatively.
I really love talking about gross stuff on the podcast because there's always a couple comments like, thanks, I retched when you said that. It's like, good. That's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I want to hear. Because that one where we were talking about poo and someone was like, really felt sick because of it. Good. That's exactly why we do it.
That's not why we do it.
You do
We
it
talk
'cause
about
it's-
poo because poo's funny.
Yeah. So spunking.
I
No,
hate
you know
that
you've
term.
gone too
What's
far when
spunking?
you're...
It's such like a childish term.
Why spunked?
What's childish about spunk?
I don't know.
Well, it's spunk or cummies, so... What one's
Okay, next
better?
question. Come on.
We can talk
Come
about
on.
spunk.
I don't like cummies. Come on.
You weren't going to come eat... didn't come me into a sock, did you?
Did you ever come into a sock?
You did.
He did.
He did.
No, I did.
What
Yeah,
the hell
he
did
did.
you do then? You just shot around the room onto the ceiling.
James used to say that he'd use a towel to like clean up.
Makes more sense than a sock to me.
Yeah, but still,
As long
I
as you,
think,
like,
I
clean
think
it.
that's wrong.
Duh. Like you're using a towel.
That's what you
Because
said.
I imagine like a teenager spunking into the same towel for like 6 months before like the mum comes in and tries to pick it up and it's like a rock.
It gets all like hard. It's like,
Ah. So you use a sock then? Because that's always the punchline in loads of comedies.
I know.
And I'm always like, I can't relate to this
The
because I never
crusty
tried
sock.
that.
I don't know why you would, because like socks are
Fluffy.
important. You
and
want them.
fluffy.
Oh baby.
Come on, next question.
No, I never spunked into a sock.
That's
James, look at
fucking-
me in the eyes and tell me you didn't. No, come on.
I did not spunk into a sock.
What's the
You're
verdict?
such a bad liar, James. You're an
He
atrocious
definitely
liar.
did. It was
I didn't.
fucking obvious from the get-go that you did.
I was
Yeah.
13 once. That's an excuse.
That's well, everyone.
Did you at
in this
least put
room
it
has
in the
been
wash?
13.
No, I wore it the next day.
No, are you
That's
serious?
horse shit.
No, I did not spunk in a sock.
R/tech support says he did. Sort of a meta question, but when do you record the cast? Just want to know, just so we know sort of a deadline for when to post them, really.
From Monday onwards. As long as it's posted by Monday.
There's literally
you
no
might get it.
consistency because it's
Yeah.
around
It's around working
3
and...
/4 people's schedules, so
I mean, ideally, it's Friday or Saturday.
yeah,
That's the
normally.
average. On average, that's the days
Yeah.
we hit the most.
Yeah. So if you have a question you want answered, get it in before then.
Yeah.
Some of them, these goddamn questions, I swear to God.
Read it. Or
One was
don't.
like, if the world was populated by clones of you, what would it be like? I don't know. It would be like a world that had loads of clones of me.
It wouldn't
in
exist because
Well, that's-
they'd all be single sex.
The thing is, like, do they all have the exact same upbringing as me? Because genetics, whatever, you know, the person you are is built by your experiences and stuff. You know, nature
Your
versus
environment.
nurture.
So like, it'd be a bit different if a baby was cloned and then given to families around the world, as opposed to
Well, yeah,
current you being
because
cloned.
like me growing up in like Japan, I'd be completely different.
Yeah, you'd speak Japanese probably.
I'd speak Japanese for one.
You'd love anime.
I'd love anime.
You'd love octopuses.
I'd octopi,
You'd love octopuses and spunks.
spunks. No, the Japanese hate spunks.
Oh really?
They're immensely afraid of spunks.
Garbage disposal says, at what point in time do you think you'll stop doing the JARCAST or making content for JAR Media?
When one of us dies.
Mm.
When one of us dies. Really? If I die, continue it.
Why?
Why not?
If I die, continue it then.
Okay.
If I die, continue it.
Alright. Well, we've got everyone's permission in audio
Apart from
form.
Ruben.
Nah, Ruben.
So if we actually
Ruben
all
wants the
three
same.
die, Ruben's going to have to do it alone.
Yeah. Well, I'd write that in my will as well. Like,
You have to
has
do
it.
it, otherwise I will haunt you.
yeah.
So look forward to those episodes.
Why did you say really as if I was joshing around? Huh?
Oh.
You can just
Magpie
put
li-
the ashes on the chairs instead. Or the body. Or
Yeah,
the
that's
coffin.
It's really quite sad.
get the corpse like embalmed and then
It just like melts like fucking cucumber Nick. Where is cucumber Nick?
Cucumber Nick's over there somewhere. How do you define art, in your opinion?
Ah,
Can the natural world be art?
fuck
Well,
off.
that is art, isn't it?
What?
The natural world is art.
No.
But art is a E-type Jaguar and a
No, I'd
F-type
say
Jaguar
art
and a
has to
Mazda
be-
RX-7
has to-
FC.
has to be
What?
Art has to be like made by someone for one.
Can the natural world be art? You can interpret like beauty from natural art, like from natural whatever.
It's
I guess.
not art. Let's find out once and for all what the fuck art is. I'm
It'll
googling
be-
it.
You'll just have a picture of that really short Keemstar in the selfie.
Okay, Google. Define art.
This is the definitive answer.
The expression or application of human creative skill and imagination. So the natural world isn't art. Typically in a visual form, such as painting or sculpture, producing works to be appreciated primarily for their beauty or emotional power.
So a Lamborghini is art.
Yeah.
I guess.
If
Someone designed it.
it does it give you an emotional response when you see one?
Yes.
Okay, this is like a story. You have to tell me if he's an artist or not. We have a fella named... Give me a random name.
Steve.
Steve.
MC Steve.
MC Steve. He travels the world with his brigade. Okay? He's a unique type of performer, I guess the word would be. He gathers a large crowd, and then he asks whoever steps forward first what their favourite song is. And so let's pretend like, you, my boy, what is your favourite song? Into the microphone.
Pass the microphone. James, can you pass it? Thank you. My favourite song is Only Girl in the World by Rihanna.
Give me the mic back. Okay. And then he bends over
I fucking knew it.
and farts the song into the microphone.
That's not Rihanna.
I had to guess, okay?
Have you never heard that song?
No.
Fucking.
And then you always do that. Like, we're in like having lunch somewhere and this shit song's playing. It's like, I can't believe you don't know this awful song that sucks. And I'm like, I don't listen to this kind of crap.
Well, you don't have to listen to it to know it.
Yeah.
It's just like the government
No, but
goes,
it was
and then you know it.
it was like 20 songs in a row and you're like, you don't know this one? No.
Where was that?
It was in town, the yummy place.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, those songs were bad.
Yeah. No, what they did was they played that one Justin Bieber song.
Yeah, and then like 12 acoustic covers of it.
But anyway. Is that
So-
art?
No.
Is MC Steve farting songs, performing for people, art? It's performance art.
I guess. I don't know. It's art if you want it to be, it's not if you don't. I don't give a fuck.
Totally Sea Foamy says, question for Alex and Jim. Don't include you, James, so you were
Yeah, can you leave the room for a sec?
even though it's a question he could easily answer. What is your favourite Gorillaz album or song? You can only choose Gorillaz album or song, though. You can't answer both.
Really?
That's what it says. This is what is your favourite Gorillaz album or song?
Stylo.
Stylo. That's interesting.
Good song. Because of the music videos,
No, for God's
Camaro
sake.
and
It's got nothing to do with the song, then. Jim?
and Bruce Willis is in it.
Demon Days.
The album.
Yeah. Yeah, the album.
Isn't it one of the songs
Yeah.
called that?
But why would I pick that?
I'd say the third song on The Fall.
Really?
I'm joking. There's a bit of a joke there.
Okay.
I think I'd say Dirty Harry.
Why not just say the whole album? Because that is Dirty Harry as well as all the other ones.
I don't
that
want
are
the others.
amazing. What?
Hate every other song.
No, you don't. You love Allegiance or whatever. Come on, next question.
I currently have Demon Days in my car.
I know.
I listen to it every day.
No, you don't.
Because you don't have any other
You listen to
CDs.
Daft
I have
Punk.
Wham.
He had Ram on when we went to Tesco.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
Mm.
did.
It's the only CDs my mum had my parents had in their cupboard. That wasn't
song is framed with silence.
That's why he kept saying that.
Yep.
Run with Knives 99 says, what would be the quickest and easiest way to completely ruin a good film by changing one element or plot detail? Have it be directed by Michael Bay.
Does it? Does he want us to take a specific film and change one thing and make it shit?
No.
Oh.
But my one works for every film.
Yeah. I'd say
Make it worse or better?
Worse. Something that would instantly ruin it. Cast Rob Schneider as the lead.
Yeah.
Done.
Or Adam Sandler or Paul Blart.
No, Adam Sandler doesn't count because he's been in good movies.
Has he?
Name me
Yeah.
a good movie.
That he's been in.
No, just name me a good movie.
Die Hard.
Schindler's List.
Make the main character Vin Diesel.
True. It would be terrible.
The Iron Giant, though, is he the main character? No, he's not, is he?
No, Hogarth.
Is that his
Hogarth
name?
is the main
Hogarth.
character. Yeah.
I'd say
That's a good answer, James.
have a character that's like a tree.
What Guardians of the Galaxy? See, you just got screwed on that one
Why?
because your answer's incorrect.
No, that
Technically,
that
there
was
are-
the joke, isn't it? Because I fucking
There are hundreds of thousands of trees in movies, so
well, I mean, the smart thing to say would have been the Two Towers. There's loads of tree characters,
true.
and that movie's fantastic. Whereas Guardians of the Galaxy isn't.
I like Chris Pratt as an actor. He's really good.
He's fucking dick.
Cheesy Whatsit says, "Do you have any suggestions
What
as
kind
to
of what's it isn't cheesy?
I hate.
That's not actually their name. I completely lied.
No.
It's Cheese It Zings 123.
You for real?
Yeah.
Come on, next question.
Do you have any suggestions as to what video I should show my friend to introduce them to Jar Media? I don't want to show them the video that's too pussy diarrhea heavy right off the bat.
Fuck, I don't know. I don't know if you want to admit, like, show your friends that
You watched
you
Jar
watch
Media?
this, you know?
Maybe start with
Episode 1. It's a good start.
we all sat on the floor in that one.
Yeah, that's not the most attractive.
Maybe
Yeah, but it gets better. You start bad and you get
it's
better.
one of those shows where you have to watch like 4 seasons for it to get good.
What season are we on? Like season 3?
It's I want to say YouTube changed has.
I can't even remember that episode.
Yeah, you do. It's the smoking one.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
But like then that sets a precedent for how much editing and jokes and stuff are in it.
That's true.
Maybe
Episode 1. You have to start episode 1.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's what I normally do. To be fair.
No, what
when
about
I-
the Spider-Man one? Spider-Man booty.
Hot Girl Spider-Man Booty or something?
Yeah. That's a good one.
That one's out of date now because it was about when Spider-Man was shown in the Civil War
They're
trailer.
all
So
out
that
of
was
date
years
now.
ago.
Every single video we make is out of date. So
No, but some are more so. Like when we spend the whole episode talking about a trailer for a Marvel film from years ago.
just watch everything past the Marvel arc of Jar Media. That's when it gets
the
good.
Marvel arc isn't ended yet.
No. No.
We're gonna
Did
do
we
it.
ever talk about Black Panther?
Yeah, we did.
No, it's not returning today.
Not enough.
What did you want to say about it?
That it's really good.
Is this like one of those really shit animes that the arc just lasts forever and that's it? We're in the Marvel arc. And we're never
We
gonna
can't
leave
let
it.
them know that we're making it up as we go along.
Making what up? Oh, you mean like animes?
Yeah,
Okay.
like Attack on Titan. Jim, can you please talk about the toxic Rainbow Six community? It's from Alex Sandgren.
I've
There's
got nothing to
technically-
say about them.
There's more than one Rainbow Six player in this.
Yeah,
world.
but I'm the one that went out there, put my life on the line, and said,
I did.
Rainbow Six community.
I had 1 health and I was fucking going for it.
no, I
you
don't
know?
mean in the game.
I like the Rainbow Six community
Well, you're a fucking retard bitch then.
because I'm one of them. They are my brothers.
Alex, tell everyone.
Are you
going to
play the new mode? That's
Yeah,
out
of course
today.
I am. Out today?
Okay,
That's much.
We'll be
No,
with
it's
you
not
in a
on the 3rd of
moment,
March.
baby.
Wait.
Nothing. I've got shit all to say
I
about
need
that
to buy
game.
Finger.
They're just fucking shithead, try-hard
Jim,
cunts
what,
that aren't even very good themselves and then expect everyone else to be
Jim,
better.
what pass should I buy?
Oh, yeah, that's
Should I
enough.
buy first year or second year? I already have Ella from second year. So,
By 3rd year.
but I don't know if any of
Or
the
buy all
characters.
of them. Come on, let's.
not
We can
that
talk about that
rich.
after.
I hope this boy doesn't need to do a wee or a poo.
Let
Well,
him
you can do a
real
wheel
poo.
or a pill on the floor out there.
As long as it's solid.
Jim, who would you
I don't
say
want
the best
another-
Rainbow Six rapper is?
Best Rainbow Six attacker.
No, Husbando.
Husbando.
Argy, that's enough.
Montagna.
Nah, Sledge. Sledge is the proper one.
No, Montagna.
The hole in my garden says, Alex, you have made clear your disdain for the Clone Wars movie. But would you care to elaborate more? This makes no sense. But would you be willing to watch the TV show? Like, the sentence just makes no sense. It was bad because it was a bad film? Did you like Rota though, Jim? Baby Jabba's baby.
Wait, so was he talking about the Clone Wars movie or the Clone Wars show?
No, because that film is called Attack of the Clones.
Oh, okay.
The Clone Wars movie is the one based on the TV show. And you know the story behind it? George Lucas just took 3 random episodes and joined them together and made it a movie.
Really?
Yeah, that's 3 of like the most mediocre episodes of the show. Didn't even take 3 good ones.
Wow.
Would you ever watch the show, Jim?
No. It's for fucking babies.
You never would.
It's for babies. I don't want to watch that lame ass shit.
Apparently it gets really excellent.
Yeah, but so does fucking Star Wars Rebels. And that,
So does
it
Final
also
Fantasy
looks-
13.
the
does it
entire
though?
show looks like donkey dick.
The first season doesn't look the best. I've seen clips from the later ones and it's like, wow, actually the production's pretty decent, to be
Yeah,
fair.
but it's not hand-drawn, so therefore bad.
No, I'm not interested in the Clone Wars.
I'd be willing to watch because, you know, for some reason, like, all the episodes are out of order in terms of when they happen.
Really?
So yeah, so someone's made like a list of when the episodes happen, so you like watch certain arcs in order. There's like a whole arc where Obi-Wan goes through like surgery to become like a bounty hunter or something.
You see, that's why I don't want to watch the show. No, thank you.
And he meets Darth Maul again and fights Darth Maul.
Yeah, no thanks. I'm okay. Jesus Christ. Fucking baby ass bullshit.
Did you deal with a lot of chavs at school?
Yes.
And if
Every
so,
single
what are some
day.
of the worst experiences you had with them?
We used to ride bikes to and from
it
school.
was always to do with bikes.
And there was this one group who would link hands.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure we talked about this before.
Yeah, well,
We
that
just rode
happened.
into
I
them.
remember
Jim rode
one
into them.
time.
That's what I tell myself if I could go back. Ride into them as fast as you can.
Oh, I did actually ride into them, or at least one of us did.
You did. You did.
Well,
It was
were the
you. I
fucking
remember you doing
charger.
it. I remember you doing it.
And then they were like, "Why did you do that?" And it's like, well, you literally
Because they
asked
do it
for
so then they have like an excuse to be like, ow!
Mm-hmm.
Come
Well,
on!
they were football players, so.
True.
But yeah, once it was like a rainy, muddy day, and I was trying to go up this bit of a hill, and this kid that was like 2 years younger than me
Mhm.
just grabbed my back wheel, so I couldn't cycle,
Yeah.
and it was like on the mud. And he was this tiny ass kid. I wish I'd just fucking pile drived him,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Was he one that had like an older brother though that was a
Yeah, I
massive
think he
chav?
was.
I don't think
So
it was.
You couldn't do anything.
He had this other friend. Do you remember? It was this tiny ass little bitch and his blonde haired friend, and he'd call himself Steve or something.
Well, was that not his name?
Well, he like walk up to us and go, "Steve," like
I vaguely remember that.
he was just this really fucking weird kid. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember some really small kid who had a really circular face.
He had dark hair and his friend had blonde hair.
Anyway,
Yeah, that happened.
what do you wish you'd actually done though? Just pushed him or something.
No, like picked him up and slammed him on the ground. Like punched him in the head so his head goes in the mud, and then I stand on his head until his head fucking explodes like a watermelon.
That would be satisfying. That's for sure.
He was such a little kid though. Like even I must have been like 15,
Yeah.
I could have like picked him up, spun him around, and launched him out of the fucking school grounds. Like, this is how small we're talking.
Yeah. Even just saying like F off. What are you doing? You're just so different though. When you're like, you just don't want to. You just keep to yourself.
I know.
I think most people just try and keep to themselves. I just don't want.
I just wish I was that Australian kid. You know, there's that clip where he picks up the bully and just slams him down.
Slams him so hard. Looks really painful.
Yeah, it does look horrible. I mean, maybe not that like rough, but you know.
Yeah. There's something very satisfying about seeing people obliterate their bullies.
Standing up for themselves.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's difficult.
Well, because you know, it's just going to cause more problems, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because they're always fragile, weakling pussies deep down.
Well, their parents don't like feed them enough, for one, so they're physically not strong enough, and their parents are horrible.
They're malnourished.
So their brains aren't strong enough either.
Yeah. So then the school gets involved and you get in trouble, and it's like, well...
He's a twat.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about that one, because sometimes I think, man, I wish I'd like done the old thing, like just ridden into those people that would link their arms together, or like pushed people away from me when they were being assholes, stuff like that. I don't know if I'd be better or worse for doing it, or if I'd just be in a fight and lose.
Probably be in a fight and lose.
Problem is all these pathetic weaklings, like they create groups of pathetic weaklings.
Yeah.
And you can't.
And they're only cocky when they're in their group. When they're separate, they don't do anything.
When they're separate, they cower away as soon as they see
they're
you.
cowards by definition. So I don't know.
You just want it to be one of those.
I feel like we've been talking
Asian
about
martial
beating
art
up
movies.
bullies like nearly every episode.
We're such fucking pussies. All of it.
The only one who has is Ruben. Ruben's he's like.
Was he even bullied though? Like,
No, I
Ruben-
said beating up bullies. Ruben's beating up. Like,
Oh, right,
other
yeah,
bullies who are bullying
bully
other people,
kids. Yeah.
which is funny. We'll do one more. Ask James about Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
Never finished it. It's 125 episodes long, and I watched it before. It's good.
You gonna watch it, Jim? Or are you gonna watch the Obi-Wan Morph arc? I'd watch it if it was on Netflix.
What, Legend of the Galactic?
No, the Clone Wars.
Fuck off.
What?
You could watch something good.
Yeah.
By that logic, I could never do anything.
What do you mean? God, you're a real fucking...
He's a bit fucking retarded, isn't he, Jim?
I
Was
wouldn't use
rich
that
coming
word.
from Mr. Let's talk about my trousers.
Have you never sat in a normal chair in these type of trousers and it just goes all the way up? So
No.
it just destroys your testicles.
I've never had that happen.
I sit.
Do you
I
wear
wear
briefs
these.
or
How much
something?
time do we have?
50 seconds.
I wear these every single day and it always happens.
Try wearing different underwear.
It's not the underwear, it's the trousers.
The trousers smack you in the nuts.
No, they go up. They just suck up.
Holy fuck. That was a unique moment.
I can't help it. It's like there's a force field around my cock where it just...
Wear different underwear.
It's not the underwear, it's the trousers.
Get new trousers then.
I can't.
Or wear a belt.
It's not the belt. Fuck off.
Thanks for watching. Smash that like button. We'll be here next week. Biggie, 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 suck on these.
You said it into a mic. You lose. You lose your abilities now.
Biggie, 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 suck on these. Biggie, 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 suck.
You're really in my
It's
face.
getting quite warm in this one, isn't it?
It's fucking boiling. Can you give that back to me, please?
Smash that like button for
Smash that
me.
phone onto the wall.